Transforming your life through hypnotherapy has never been easier. With the help of your host, Julie from coachinghypnosis.net, and these power-packed minisodes, you're sure to find yourself engaging in more positive behaviors around both your physical and mental health. Here's your host, Julie.
G'day, it's Julie from coachinghypnosis.net, and you deserve to know the one smooth skin hypnosis tip for 2022. Because people are sick of being friggin' fabulous on the inside and itchy on the outside all at the same time. I'm not a therapist or psychotherapist, but this is my 9th year as a clinical hypnotherapist in strategic psychotherapy. I currently help my clients online. They change their life without changing out of their pajamas. And atopic dermatitis affects 10 to 20% of children and 2 to 3% of adults. And the combination of atopic dermatitis, allergic rhinitis, and asthma affect about 1/3 of the general population. And there are clear links between atopic dermatitis and the psychological impact on the quality of life. And as you probably know, flare-ups can be aggravated, hugely disturbs your sleep, the performance of daily activities, including school sports activities, work and peer relationships, and you deserve to feel fabulous because you're perfect. In your flawless ability to discover solutions, you are up there with the great explorers like Christopher Columbus of skin research, stepping up to your full human potential. And in the International Journal of Clinical and Experimental Hypnosis, there was a study in France in 2015 titled Hypnosis as a Treatment for Atopic Dermatitis, a Clinical Study. While I can't share with you the finer details of the study because you need to subscribe to the journal or purchase the study, but out of the 26 patients that participated in the study, 14 felt their eczema had improved and 16 considered their eczema had been cured. And as you know, dermatitis is a common, non-contagious, inflammatory skin disease. But there's a bunch of weird and wonderful information out there on the internet, like the Cleveland Clinic Foundation found a link between acrylic manicures and triggering an allergic reaction for those suffering from dermatitis. And dermatitis is complicated and its effects can vary from person to person. It's characterized by an ongoing itching of the skin. And some people are prescribed by their doctors steroid creams or antibiotics. And then there's the allergic exposure dermatitis where they've had prolonged exposure to a type of material they're allergic to. And irritant exposure dermatitis, which can often take place on a person's hands if they're constantly getting them wet. And a link's been found between tobacco smoking and hand dermatitis. But as a clinical hypnotherapist in strategic psychotherapy, you can choose to influence the inflammatory response. A longer study in the UK over the period of 18 months on children and adults. Children reported no longer scratching and sleeping peacefully. And maybe you're aware of Dr. Dabney Owen, who found with his patients who had suffered from high-voltage electrical burns, second-degree burns to their body, they appeared to generate 2 distinct responses from a burn. The first was inflammation. The second was the wound itself. Typically, second-degree burns patients to the face. You can see the patient's face swell up like a moon for a few days. They're unable to open their eyes. Then eventually the inflammation goes down. Within 6 weeks, patients are able to return to work. However, with hypnosis, if you get to the patient before the swelling is triggered, within the first 2 hours of the second-degree burn, you give the patient hypnotic suggestions for them to be cool and comfortable. The body stops the inflammation response. The body chooses not to give the patient moon face. The body stops sending the signals to the nervous system that something's wrong. And it moves on to the second stage, the healing stage. But with dermatitis, there are theories out there that dermatitis is a buildup of toxins or toxic thoughts or emotions, and that's fine. Those woo-woo people can have those thoughts because maybe they are or aren't true. But the fact is, as a hypnotist, what I do know is you have the ability to influence the body's inflammation response. And Dr. Joe Dispenza describes in his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, that those that were considered to have a terminal illness or had their recoveries labelled as spontaneous remission describes they have one thing in common. They all believed something or someone external to them was keeping them alive. For example, some people thought it was God. For others, it was a force greater than themselves, a divine energy or intelligence, a chi, the quantum field. Regardless of what you call it, they felt there was an unlimited source of power within them and around them. And it reminds me of Lance Armstrong. Maybe you like Lance. or maybe you're impartial. But not even Lance himself understands why he's still alive. Maybe he has a tough constitution. At the age of 25 years old, he had less than a 40% chance of surviving testicular cancer. And in the opening chapter of his book, you'll discover Lance wants to die 100 years old, with an American flag on his back and the Star of Texas on his helmet, while he's screaming down the Alpine descent on a bicycle at 75 miles per hour. He wants to cross the finish line with his stud wife and 10 children and lay down in a field of enormous French sunflowers and gracefully expire a slow death. But the truth is, Lance doesn't do anything slow, not even breathing. He likes to do everything fast. He eats fast, sleeps fast, and drives his wife crazy. And when she drives their car slowly, because she brakes all the time, and Lance says to her, "Come on, don't be slow," she tells Lance, "Why don't you marry a man?" But if you're willing to slow down for one moment, here's the one smooth skin hypnosis tip for 2022. I wonder if you can take a moment to visualize your wonderful skin that protects all of your internal organs from the environment, and all of its cells are continually being replaced as they're lost by wear and tear. Concentrate on a tiny section of your skin and on any part of your body now. Imagine inhaling and exhaling through the skin there. Exhale, feel something going out. Inhale, feel something coming in. Let it release and relax your skin and the body to exchange oxygen with the environment. And I'm guessing someone like you with your high standards for absorbing new information is already aware that every day thousands of your skin cells get replaced by new layers. And these layers come up through the body, through the dermis, into the epidermis area. And these layers come up clean, wholesome and healthy. They reflect proper dieting. They reflect the proper way of dealing with stress. And they are healthy and whole. And because you're nurturing yourself, you are taking care of yourself now, that these layers are coming up and replacing all the old layers of the skin. And as your skin gets replaced and exchanged, you might not notice straight away a more radiant, more vibrant, a more alive cells coming forth to replace all the old cells. But what you will notice is one day you'll discover when you look in the mirror, your radiant skin. In fact, there might even be more of a luster than you ever imagined. And smooth skin hypnosis has promoted healing by breathing through the skin. And for some, it's pleasing. For others, it's healthy and wholesome or something else. But from this point on, starting right now, starting today, you'll find every time you apply a lotion or oil to your skin will be true. Its inner beauty radiates from within, flowing effortlessly through every fiber, every cell, healing, relaxing, growing and flowing. It's like you touch the earth and the earth touches you. Touch the air touches you through your flawless, radiant skin. You are a perfect manifestation of that deep, profound fragrance of beauty that shines with a luminescence from your inner conscious mind. Your body, mind, and spirit generate a beauty that transcends the physical and is made visible in every cell of your skin. Perfect. So what if you thought about skin hypnosis differently? And what if you didn't? The choice is yours.